In 1937, the United States government made hemp illegal, not because it was dangerous, because someone needed it to be illegal, that someone owned timber forests and paper mills. William Randolph Hearst had a problem. Hemp paper was cheaper to produce, required less processing, and didn't need the same chemical bleaching as timber paper. It was a direct threat to his entire business model. He couldn't outcompete hemp on merit, so he didn't try. He used his newspapers to run a moral panic campaign. Reefer madness. Public health. The children. The Marijuana Tax Act passed in 1937. The legislation never mentioned paper once. It didn't need to. The competitor was eliminated under a completely different framing. The inferior product was protected. The extraction model was secured. The system worked perfectly. This is not ancient history. This is the operating manual. And once you see the mechanism, you start finding it everywhere. Find a road built in the Robert Moses era, mid-20th century, some of them pushing 80 years old. Now, find a road resurfaced 5 years ago. Compare the potholes. The engineering knowledge didn't disappear. The materials didn't become unavailable. The capability to build durable road infrastructure is the same. What changed was the incentive structure measuring success. Moses-era roads were public works prestige projects. The measurement of success was longevity and civic achievement. Engineers built monuments. Their reputation was attached to the durability of what they built. Current road procurement is a contract cycle. The measurement of success is budget compliance this fiscal year. The lowest bid wins. The resurfacing contract comes around again in 7 years. The books balance. The pothole is not an engineering failure. It is an accounting success. The inferior recurring product beats the superior permanent solution every time the incentive structure rewards extraction over output. Now go to your kitchen. Think about the oldest appliance you know of still running. A 1940s refrigerator in someone's garage. A 1965 washing machine that outlasted 3 replacements. Cast iron cookware passed down as inheritance. Those machines were designed by engineers whose measurement of success was simple. Does it work? Can it be fixed when it doesn't? Standardized parts, simple mechanical components. A repairman could diagnose it with his eyes. The modern refrigerator has a circuit board controlling the compressor that costs more to replace than the fridge is worth. Proprietary refrigerant requiring a certified technician. Sealed units with no user-serviceable parts inside. Every one of those design decisions required an active choice by an engineer who knew the alternative. This is not planned obsolescence. It is designed irreparability. The failure mode is engineered in deliberately. 3 examples, 3 different scales. Legislative capture eliminating a superior competitor. Procurement cycles rewarding inferior recurring contracts. Consumer products engineered to fail and be replaced. The system is not broken. A broken system produces these outcomes by accident. This system produces them consistently, across industries, across decades, across continents. That is not malfunction. That is function. The civic prestige mentality that built Moses-era roads, that demanded durable goods, that measured success by longevity and community benefit. That mentality was the natural check on this mechanism. It had to go. A population measuring infrastructure by longevity notices when roads deteriorate faster than they should. Asks why. Demands accountability. That population is resistant to extraction dressed as normal. A population measuring infrastructure by whether the project completed on budget this fiscal year accepts deterioration as inevitable, accepts designed irreparability as progress, accepts the resurfacing contract as necessary. That population is not resistant. Accepting deterioration as inevitable is the consent that was manufactured, not through conspiracy, through 1,000 small institutional decisions that each made individual sense and collectively hollowed out the mentality that would have resisted. So the question becomes, has anyone ever designed a system specifically to prevent this mechanism? Built institutions whose explicit purpose was keeping profit connected to value actually delivered? The answer is yes, and it ran at civilizational scale for centuries. It didn't require perfect human beings. It required the right institutional design applied consistently. In the classical Islamic marketplace, there was an institution called the muhtasib, a market inspector whose explicit function was walking the bazaar, checking weights, quality, and pricing. Not to eliminate profit, to ensure profit remained proportional to value delivered. The muhtasib's own reputation was attached to the quality of the market he supervised. Legacy accountability built directly into the institutional design. The same mentality that built Moses-era roads, formalized as a civic institution. The prohibition on riba, usually translated as interest, targeted something precise. Money making money without productive activity. Profit disconnected from value created. The extraction mechanism named and structurally prohibited. This is not a religious argument. It is a systems design observation. Someone identified the exact mechanism that produces hemp prohibition, pothole procurement, and designed irreparability. Then built institutions specifically engineered to prevent it. You don't have to adopt anything. You don't have to change your beliefs. You just have to ask one question. Should there be any relationship between how much profit you make and how much value you actually created? Most people across every culture and political orientation answer yes instinctively. The system we described answers no structurally. The prototype we just outlined answered yes institutionally and ran that answer at scale for centuries. Parts 1 and 2 of this series asked why aren't they building elevated solar above farmland and data centers below ground? The elegant solutions exist. The engineering works. The economics are favorable. The answer is the same answer every time. The elegant solution terminates the extraction model built around the inferior one. The system isn't failing to find better solutions. It's succeeding at protecting worse ones. The system isn't broken. It's captured. And the first step to building something better is understanding precisely what captured it and what a system designed to resist that capture actually looked like. We stopped teaching that. This is what they don't teach.